Welcome back everyone. Today's the day we do this shulker farm. I think first of all I need to clear this entire pad and drop it down by about 16 I believe, but I will check that. So I better get digging. Okay, he's finally watched my previous videos and knows I've been putting my rotten flesh in his pots. As you can imagine, he's over the moon about it. So this is him breaking his pots to remove it. He did silk touch them so he can put his pots back, so no harm done. I guess I'm going to have to find somewhere else to stash my rotten flesh from now on. Progress has been made. We are about 5-6 down now. Still a long way to go though. We've both decided that we're going to need a beacon each. Got a lot of digging ahead of us, so we are in the Nether Fortress in the Nether, looking for wither skeleton skulls. So far I think we have one from the last time my brother was here, but no more yet. Okay, was that one? Yep, happy days, that's the first one. That took way longer than it should have. And that was number 2, happy days. Come on. Yep, and that was number 3. Alright, I guess it's probably time to kill the wither. First of all, it's probably best that I set up a bow and grab myself some arrows, as I like to use mending on my bow, not infinity. Okay, here we go. Time to try and kill this first wither. What could possibly go wrong? Luckily, we are only in survival, so if I do die, or if he dies, it is not the end of the world, just annoying. Alright, first fight, here we go. First half, attack it with your bow and keep your distance. I do have plenty of milk on me, just in case I need to drink the milk if I get hit by the wither. Unlike in my hardcore, where I popped a golden apple, or enchanted golden apple, and then drunk a milk and cleared all of its benefits, so I shan't be doing that again on this one. Where there's 2 of us, this makes it a bit easier, because whilst one's diverting its attack, the other one can shoot. And basically, not that I'm managing to hit it, we are going to do this until it gets about halfway. And if I need to, I can run away whilst he continues to shoot, and vice versa. Okay, that's almost halfway. A few more hits. And then it goes into phase 2. So basically at halfway it will drop to the floor, explode. You don't want to be anywhere near it when it explodes. And then it can't be hurt by arrows or projectiles. You have to then use your sword. So this fight becomes a bit more difficult. It does normally dive underground or create a big hole. So you may have to follow it like so. It's made a great big hole. We'll just clear these out and we'll have a look. Okay. One more. Oh, he got me. That was rubbish. Let's have a look at this hole. Or if we can see him. I can hear him. That is a hell of a hole. Excellent. Oh, he just come flying out. I think my brother's in there with him, yep. Have a drink. I suppose I should probably go and help him. Okay, basically now you just got to keep hitting him until he's dead. Keep an eye on your life, because it is very easy to die. And just whack away, run away if you need to. As I said earlier, it is way easier when there's 2 of you, because one can take the hits whilst the other one recovers. The wither does make that strange noise and then crash through all the surrounding area, deleting most of the blocks. If you are on your own, I would suggest doing this underground. I did that in the hardcore series, so if you go back and watch that, you can see how to do it solo. But with 2 of you, it is literally a case of just hit away. And hopefully get to the end. We're almost there. My life is about halfway, unless he hits me again. Oh, you know, I seem to be okay. food. Oh, I am getting low. I might need to think about backing out of here in a sec. Oh, it's so close though. Oh, 3 hearts. Uh-oh, 2 and a... Oh no. Fly, get out of here, come on. No, come on. Oh, I'm panicking. Oh, thank goodness. I think I have just... If I drink some milk quick. Come on, get that milk. Oh my goodness, what a terrible place to die. Right, my brother has just managed to get the last few hits on the wither, so that first one's done. We do have a second to do, because we both want a beacon each. And it looks like all my stuff has survived, even though I did explode in air, so it's kind of spread out, but so far so good. I'm just missing a couple of pieces of armour, but I'm sure it'll be around here somewhere. Let me find that, and then we will start the next wither fight. Okay, time for wither number 2. Let's hope this time I don't die. I was so close on the last one. Exactly the same strategy. We are just going to bow it to halfway, the pair of us, and then obviously run off if we need to. I'm guessing we're getting a little bit better with our aim, as this one was way quicker to get to halfway. That's now going to explode and no doubt dig all the way to the very bottom again. Let's just dispatch these guys and then see where he is. Yep, he's right down the bottom again. Just ran to the bed and quickly slept. Apparently he's coming up. Oh yeah, he's right there. Come on down. Let's get out of the way for a minute. He seems to be attacking me. God, how many times did I miss then? Jeez. Got my milk ready if I need it. Just have a quick drink. I can see his shadow, that's pretty cool. Just about to say, is he going to help or what? There we go, that's good. Get a little drink. Oh, I've got plenty of health. Let's get back in the fight. God, this one's gone way quicker. It seems to be much easier when they're above ground. And that is wither number 2 done. Grab the star. This one that I'm going to have, as my brother got the other one. And that is 2 beacons acquired without cheesing the wither. With that ingot, let's get some double haste going. Haste 2. Happy days. Beacon working. This should make this a lot quicker. Right, let's continue the big dig. God, the speed is unbelievable. Progress update. We are almost there. Turns out I was nowhere near done. I am now at the correct height. I had to take off about another 6 or 7 layers. But we are there now. Probably need to move this beacon, but it's time to start building this shulker farm. I have built this shulker farm many times before, however I've never built it underground, so this will be a bit of trial and error. I'm sure they will escape lots, so I'll have to do plenty of spawn proofing, but let's get to it. I'm just going to grab some bits and pieces and then start building. Just putting in a simple bubble elevator. People who've watched my channel before will have seen this many a time. It's my favourite piece of redstone, I would say, at the moment. All I'm literally going to do is have all the shulker shells from this farm go into this dropper and then into a bubble stream to bring them above ground. Nice and simple. Right, so this basically is a collection area. This will be full of water and we'll push everything that drops down into the hoppers at the very bottom there, but I'll show you that once it's filled up. So basically what I'm doing now is spawn proofing this giant circle I've made. The shulkers themselves will be connected underneath this, or attached underneath this circle, and what they will do is they will try to shoot at me in the AFK position in the centre of the circle, and then as they shoot each other, once on Bedrock, when a shulker gets shot and dies, it 100% guarantees to spawn another one. I don't know what the percentage chances of spawning one when it's just shot normally, but that also happens, so you are always guaranteed to be duplicating shulkers inside this farm. But again, once I've got the shulkers in and got them duplicating, which is probably the most difficult part, or the most annoying part, I will show you that too. Alright, that's all the water in the collection system. last couple of pieces. That's then pushing everything down to the very bottom here, and then I just need to put some water either side to funnel everything that flows down. Yeah, that's all filled up. Everything that flows down into the hoppers at the bottom. There you go, that'll now push them along. I just need to grab some more water. Get a better look at it from above. That's the circle. Now basically what I'm going to do is fill in the gaps between the outside of the circle and the platform, or the path around it. I'm just going to put this piece of soul sand in so that my bubble elevator is up and running. That should fire me up, lovely. So that's now working, just need to put a roof on it. I need 8 end rods for the AFK position on the Shulker farm, and I can't seem to find any. However, I have spotted 4 on top of the snow farm, so I'm going to switch these out for torches if he ever catches up and watches this one. I apologise, bro. Turns out that I had 20 in here anyway, so that robbery was unnecessary. Hey ho, I'm not going to put them back. So fundamentally, this AFK platform is simply armour stand stood on top of end rods, and then I'm going to be stood on the glass that's beneath me. The scaffolding I will obviously remove, I'm just using that to build, and then these 4 glass panes just keep you in position, because occasionally when these shulker boxes teleport through you, they can move you when you're AFK. And then that's basically it. I've just got to get the shulkers in and finish spawn proofing the underside of the circle, or the bits that aren't in the circle. Okay, this is future me. I originally collected a whole bunch of sand for glass to spawn proof the walls in the Shulker farm. However, after placing about half the glass, which was, I don't know, 10-15 stacks, I decided that it would be far more better to use buttons, and it would look better with buttons. So although I'm showing you what I did, because this did take pretty much a day, I didn't end up using this. So if you are trying to copy what I'm doing, don't bother spawn proofing with this glass. Forget about that. I will show you the buttons once I get to that part. And this is me removing the glass that I just placed. With that failed first attempt out of the way, it's now time to get buttons everywhere. I need to not only get buttons down the bottom here, but all the way to the top. I don't believe shulkers can spawn this far out if I'm stood in the middle, but I certainly do not want to have to clean up the mess if they can. Right, just going around the final time, and this is right at the very top. I decided to make an absolute ton of scaffolding. This makes my job a lot easier, I must say. There's something quite satisfying with all these buttons on the wall. Don't know what it is, but maybe it's just my weird brain. With all the walls done, it's time to just quickly spawn proof with the buttons again. Everything outside that circle, I want the shulkers to be able to spawn anywhere on that circle in the middle there, but definitely not out here. Anything out here will be too far away to shoot me, and will not be effective one bit, and if anything will just cause me problems down the line. So this is probably, fingers crossed, the last piece of spawn proofing, unless when I try to move these shulkers it goes very wrong. We shall see. Okay, let's drop these down. I'm missing one already, I'm not sure where he's gone. Let's get this other one dropped down and then try and release them from these minecarts. Okay, first problem. The shulker, as you can see there, I've boxed it in, connected to the underside of the collection area. So I'm going to spawn proof all this with buttons, and then figure out how to get him from there up. I will probably place some scaffolding, some scaffolding with a block on it that he can connect to about halfway up, and then hopefully there's nowhere else apart from that block that he can connect to, and then when I break that block here beyond, that should send him to the roof. But let's get this done. I knew it wouldn't go smoothly, it never does with shulkers, but we shall find out. Hopefully this will be the last bit. Okay, finally we have got them in and they have started duplicating. So if I jump into here, as you can see, they all try to attack me. As they get hit, it will then start to speed the farm up, so slowly but surely they'll start to duplicate until this farm is at full swing. As you can see, one moving there in the background, one just zipped past me. But eventually we'll have a complete circle of shulkers all the way around the outside of this ring, and then anything in the middle will be destroyed. Okay, I'm going to try and give you a fly around just to show you the inside of the farm. The shulkers are all on this circle here. It's the only place that they can actually be. That's the only place they can spawn to. So as they shoot each other, and then the mechanic is that they duplicate. So they should continue to fill up. As they die, they drop their shells into the water beneath me. Nailed that to get out, didn't I? How did he get in? No chance. So yeah, the shells drop into the collection system, and then that was not cool, Shulker. Okay, third time lucky. I'll just float up here. Oh my god. Let me out. I've lost the hole now. Oh my goodness. I knew this was a bad idea. Well, I better not die in here, I'll tell you. That would be so annoying. Get out of the way. Ah, beautiful. Okay, yeah, they drop into the collection system. I'm going to jump in the AFK bit for a little bit and get some shells up. I'll show you what I've got once I've been stood in there for a while. Let's set that pass. Now daytime whilst I'm stood in there, so you can see a little bit better inside the farm. It's almost at full speed now. Very noisy. Okay, 10 minutes and bloody hell, 5 stacks. So yeah, this farm is insane and working amazingly. Now to decorate the top here. Okay, I've actually been away for a couple of days. It's time to get the decoration done. Look at that. My brother is building a gold farm. That's not a piglin, that is a brute, but gold sword. So that works for me. Let's see if he's built the actual farm underneath. That is a pretty impressive statue, if you ask me. Okay, he hasn't built it yet, but he has dug out the entire area and even bit of texturing on the walls. That is a hell of a hole. Okay, I'm out in the mesa grabbing a whole bunch of terracotta. I need this for the decoration I'm going to put on top of the shulker farm. Alright, I think this is everything I need for the giant shulker on top of the shulker farm. I'm sure you've seen it in the thumbnail. Let's get it built. I have turned off mob sounds so that I can't hear the shulkers underneath me because they make a racket. Bit of progress for you. This is obviously the bottom half, and then I will build the top half. I'm just decorating or doing the zigzaggy patterns that are at the bottom of a shulker. And then eventually, once I've done the top, I will stick the head itself in the middle. But I will show you once I've got the zigzags in and the top half on. Top part on, just need to do the detailing around the top there, like the ziggy zaggies. The outside's all done, including the roof. Now I'm just building the head on the inside. I will get a better view of this in a minute so I can show you what the face looks like. First look from outside. I think it looks quite smart with the eyes. They seem to follow you as you're walking around. Okay, this is a better view of the shulker box. I've pillared up. It looks very smart if you ask me. What I do still need to do, unfortunately, is I will need to put buttons around the lower half so that nothing can spawn, or none of the shulkers can spawn up. Let's look from the side. Let's fly over here and have a better look from a distance. The final thing for me to do is to put some of these pink buttons all around the base of this shulker box. Unfortunately, the shulkers, if I didn't do this, the shulkers underneath us, when they duplicated, will spawn up here. It is unfortunate because it does kind of make the effect not look as good as it did. However, from a distance you can barely see them, and in the daytime again you don't really notice them. But it has to be there, otherwise the farm wouldn't work. And finally, that is the shulker farm complete. What a marathon build that was. It's all up and running. If you've made it this far in the video, please like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next episode.